I'm dontaetmuse, author of Tripping Over Canvases, How to Open Your Own Art Gallery with No Experience, and art director here at Above Art Studios, located at 55 Moore Street, downtown New Brunswick, New Jersey.
That's that's beautiful. And the marriage is very well. So, what did you go to school for?
So I went for music education, and my primary instrument was voice. And then I went back to school for my master's in teacher leadership and administration.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. So, do you think you have any type of advantage, disadvantage, or unique perspective, being that both you have the artist side and the administrative side? You know, as you're working, you know, in the field and within the students that you work with.
Yeah, I mean, I think on one side, I really understand, the skill that it takes to be an artist. To advocate for the arts is a big piece of, having a passion for it and advocate for arts and art making because it's so important. But to also, as an educator, see the importance of building a strong foundation in the arts, because we may work with artists that, may have not found their niche yet. They may have not found, for me, what was music for them. So, to really develop all of those skills and give them the tools that they get to try and explore, to really help find their voice and give them, the opportunities. But in this position and having both, perspectives, I think, if you always have the student interest, the best interest of the student in mind, you will always, find your way. It will be the clearest path. And I think that's what really helped me was I have that arts mind, but also, from the education side, again, marrying those together, like what do our students need to succeed? So I think both perspectives have really helped me.
Yeah, and like this is more beautiful than I realized. Like, what you're doing is so needed, and again I gotta say I really wish it was more places. So the biggest push behind the Art Life, publishing the Art Life podcast is to promote that there are opportunities to use your skills and talents that you've been given, and you can make a good living out of it. You can even move on and be rich and wealthy depending on how you work, whatever system it is that you're working. But not being exposed to even those possibilities has been that ditch, that hole, that crevice, between the artists and them actually pursuing an art career. Because I know artists, like great artists, that are going to school to be doctors, that transportation engineers and all types of stuff. And it's like, I mean, not that anybody can go and do engineering, but there's probably less people that can do, draw or paint or, act how it is that these people can, and they're not doing that. When obviously that's their skills and talents that they've been given, because most of it's just coming natural to them. They just kind of have to keep doing it just to refine it. But not knowing that you're not going to be the starving artist if you choose the artistic route. Like a lot of people don't even think about art administration when they think about being an artist, or getting into the art field or the art world. And we just really want to highlight that you can be an artist, you can be an arts administrator, or you can be like us, the artist administrator. You can have skills and talents to where you can mold and guide and help others, or how to recognize because you know what it is that things entail. So when you see those, you can be like, okay, well, this person has this, so they're working with this, and then start connecting dots from there. But really just bringing that awareness, because I'll never forget my guidance counselor in high school asked me what I wanted to be. And I'm like, I know maybe like 12 or 13 different possibilities. I'm mad at her. I'm like, you tell me, like, ain't you supposed to give me a list of like 100 things or something? I'm supposed to go down and figure it out. Like how am I supposed to know? I can only choose between what I've been exposed to. maybe I might have read about this over there or heard about this over there. But again, that's still very limiting, because we don't have people in positions everywhere like you who can give us other, avenues. Like, listen, you can also do this, this, and this, and you're still going to be good. So I thank you. I thank the city, definitely in New Brunswick, creating that position and putting you there.
Yeah, and I mean, in New Brunswick public schools, when we think about, building our curriculum, we want our students to see themselves in it. Like we want them to have a personal connection. And in New Brunswick, there's so many, places just like Above Art Studio. I mean, for the students to see a high-end collection of art that represents the Black community and created by Black artists, if they don't see that, then we're not going to be able to, really have diversity in the mainstream art world. And so, it really starts with them having those experiences and thinking exactly as you said, like, oh, this is an opportunity for me too. And if they don't have that exposure, and if I didn't have the exposure in like a rural town, I might not have been here. So I think, those transformative experiences, especially at a young age, and if you don't, and if there's a need and there's no position yet, like you can make that, you can create that. So I think it's so important, and I thank you for really collaborating with our schools and our students and making this such a presence.
Yeah, not a problem. I enjoy infecting young minds, particularly with positivity. So it's not a problem at all. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it. So definitely thank you for everything coming in. What do you guys have planned for the students and or the city in the future? So I try to figure out where my interviewee sees themselves in 5 years from now. So whether it's with this program, whether you've moved on and created your own, maybe not at this position exists, maybe you'll go and create it in another city or something, so you can kind of get the ball rolling like that. But where is it that you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, well, New Brunswick's been my my home for almost 10 years, so I would love to continue the journey. I mean, I've been afforded all these opportunities to really grow as an educator and as a person. From 9 years ago when I started my general music position, and just all the opportunities that I've had. So, I would love to continue working with, the amazing students and staff that have this vision of, empowering our students to just, be leaders. And empower our staff to continue to be, learners. So, I would love to see the program continue to grow and be a precedent for, continuing performances, especially virtually. We're getting into that as well. To be an advocate for the arts, to continue to think of the arts as a standalone, right? So we don't want it to be something that's just for a quantitative purpose, but really the arts are a healer. The arts are transformative. The arts are going to connect everyone, especially at a time where we're very isolated. So to really continue that advocacy piece is something that I really, want to continue to build our curriculum, to, continue to empower our students to think as artists and be artists and advocate for themselves. We want them to be the leaders in their education. So I think if I can scaffold the curriculum and work with our teachers and provide professional development, we will have an extremely strong program. And that's really what I want to continue doing. So I would love to continue to just build the program and see it through. So I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm very excited to be a part of New Brunswick because the opportunities are endless too. We have partners who have been with us for so many years and new partners as well. And, the experiences that we have are really unlike any other that I've seen. So, it's a really great arts rich place to be.
We feel it down here. Well, first I gotta say, you look way too young to be talking about all these years you did here, years you got. Oh, like every time you say it, I'm like, when she started this? She was 14. Like I don't. So we definitely appreciate you, using all your youth, in this area and working with the youth and building things up, especially working with us, here at Above Our Studios. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much covers everything. Was there anything you wanted to ask me?
Awesome. No, I think that's it. Just thank you so much for this opportunity. And I mean, continued collaboration. I'm really excited.
Definitely look forward to working with you more. Especially if you're doing your hair like that. Um, this was episode of the Art Life Podcast. We were here with our special guest today, Darla Diaz, the supervisor of fine visual and performing arts for the city of New Brunswick. Make sure you tune in the next episode.